Hey viewers, welcome. Hope you're having a great day. This is day 13 of my 21-day challenge to myself to be scoping every weekday. Welcome, Patrice. Hi, Mandy. Hello. Good morning, my time, possibly afternoon, your time. Hi, Jessica. In case you're new, happy Thursday. That is the correct greeting today, Patrice. Hi, Alyssa. In case you're new, I am Melissa from MakerySpace.com, and I educate and equip Etsy sellers with the more left-brained aspects of running their business. And I have gotten myself into the habit of scoping every weekday about something about being an Etsy seller, and then on Fridays it's Q&A, so you get to bring your questions, but you can always ask questions at MakerySpace.com/scope, where you can scroll down, hi Sarah, and you can see this little form that you can fill out, and if you have something that you'd like me to cover, you can do that. Yes, I will absolutely tell you what the shop updates even means, Jessica. So, shop updates are the function that Etsy added, I believe, in October, where you could take a picture and you could tag it, and you have to connect it to a certain listing. Hello. And when you connect it to the listing, it shows up as a shop update, and then if someone clicks on it, it goes right to that listing. So the way it's shown up so far is in the app. If someone follows you on Etsy, then when they're logged into the app, your shop update shows in that section for them when they are logged in. And then it also shows in your shop on the left, like in the area that has your About page and policies, it says shop updates, and someone can click there and see your shop updates as well. So it's usually just something you want to do to show an in-process order, or maybe something you just finished, or something that, yeah, I haven't been keeping up with them either, and that's why I want to talk about this a little bit today, because I think that Etsy is putting an increased importance on them. So it's just a way for someone to kind of see a more behind-the-scenes peek at your work, and then if they're interested, they can click to that listing. I wish there was a way of sharing shop updates that didn't have to be connected to a particular listing, but that limitation is there for now at least. One thing when you create the shop update is you can move the little tag that has the E for Etsy around. I didn't know that at the very first. Yeah, you can. It's kind of Instagram-ish in the sense it's almost like Etsy's little Instagram, but you can also share that shop update to Instagram, to Facebook, to Twitter after you have created that shop update in the Etsy app. And that's the only place it can be created. You can't do a shop update from a browser. It has to be through the Sell on Etsy app. And then you can upload it to those other places or share it to those other places. But there's a little tag that says E on it that you can actually move around. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice to be able to share those? It's kind of a bummer. I'm betting that people are giving that feedback, and that's maybe something they'll work on for the future, where it can just go to your main page of your shop or something. But if you create that, move that tag around so it's not covering up an important part of your product. You can just put it in the corner or something so that it's not like right smack dab in the center. So far shop updates have only shown up in the app and in your shop in the left-hand column in a browser where someone can link to it. Just this, let's see, couple weeks ago, they started showing, hi Renee, your shop updates on the home page. So if you're in a browser on a computer and you're logged into Etsy, you know how you have your home page with new items from your favorite shops, things you might be interested in based on your browsing experience. Now there's this big section with shop updates. So there's like see you later, Mandy, 3 huge pictures across it with updates from shops that you follow. So that is really front and center. And if people don't use the app, then they'll be able to see that on their home page as well. So that's one thing that Etsy introduced a couple weeks ago. And then they have said that for 2016, buyer trust is like a major theme they're going to be focusing on. And I think this shop updates, these new features that they're doing, are kind of part of trying to promote that buyer trust. And then yesterday, they sent out an email that said that now if a buyer has favorited or purchased from your shop, then they're going to receive an email when you do to directing them to your shop updates feed. So if you're not doing shop updates, those previous buyers or people who have favorited your items are not going to get that email. So you know how we're not supposed to contact shoppers who favorite our items? That's considered spam if they have not actually done a purchase. Well, now Etsy is actually going to be kind of doing that on our behalf. So if someone is favoriting things in your shop, they might get an email directing them to your shop updates feed where you are posting pictures of things that are in process or new things that you have created, new options, new fabric options, new paper options, new color options, whatever. So I think they're making it pretty clear that shop updates isn't just kind of a, oh, that's a neat little feature that we have as a seller. I think they're really trying to emphasize its importance. And things like this always make me wonder, are they going to start figuring it into the algorithm? You know, there's other things they have figured into the algorithm over time, even, you know, like whether or not you've had a case open against you, your review average, you know, how many people you get to click through and favorite and purchase from organically being found in search. There's lots of different pieces to the algorithm. So I'm just kind of wondering if whether or not you are posting shop updates might impact over eventually where you end up in search. So I have been very neglectful of them, and I'm going to start being a lot more intentional about making sure I'm doing at least one a week. And I tend to be like an all or nothing. I'm like, I got to start doing this every day, and then I don't, and I feel like a failure. So just going to set a goal of trying to do at least one shop update a week so that is building up, and so that hopefully people are getting some emails about checking out my feed and just being reminded, because you can favorite an item, then you can totally ignore that part on your homepage. You might not even go to your homepage to be reminded of your favorites. But if an email is sent to you, that might trigger, oh yeah, that's right, I visited that shop the other day and I really liked what they were selling, and they might go back and visit. Okay? So any thoughts on that? Have any of you noticed, another thing I wanted to mention is you can see who clicks through from your shop updates when you look at your stats. So, you know, on the left-hand column, it just shows your general traffic sources, and on the right, it shows the traffic sources that are from within Etsy, and that's, you know, search and from favorites and all that kind of thing. Shop updates is on there. So you can go check and see, if you start doing this, check and see if people are actually visiting your shop through those shop updates, and you'll be able to see if there's some level of effectiveness there. Now, when those emails are sent out by Etsy eventually, I'm not sure how that will be tracked in the stats, if that will be classified. I'm guessing since they're directing them to your shop updates feed, it probably will show as a shop update in your stats as well. So has anyone on here noticed any kind of an increase in, if you are using shop updates regularly, any kind of an increase in visitors when you post one? Do you see any sort of uptick? You're doing one right now. There you go. Way to get right on that. Decal Girl, what is your first name? I want to write this down because you've been very faithfully watching these scopes, and I want to call you by your first name. Laura, thank you. Okay. You haven't been doing any, Sarah? Or you haven't been noticing any difference? Yeah. You know, I don't even think it has to be new listings. You know, people are just like to see your process. So I think if you're even just, you've finished prepping some things, or you have some new fabrics in, or new yarn in, or whatever, all of those pieces that go into what you are creating, just take a picture of it. And I think people love to know about the process and things behind the scenes. And it doesn't even have to be, yeah, you have to take a listing. So I'm talking about existing listings. And it depends on what you sell. But if it's reasonable with existing listings, if you can take some pictures of you when you have new materials, or you're working on it, or whatever, just to pique people's curiosity and show that process, because it shows kind of the more human side behind it, that it's not made in a factory, that it's being made by a person, and I think that that can draw people. Any other input on shop updates? So I just want to challenge you, just try to start off small, maybe just once a week. Hi, Helen. Get a shop update picture taken. The great thing is, because it's kind of just a spontaneous, behind-the-scenes kind of shoot, it doesn't have to be this professionally styled photo. You know, you're obviously having to take it with your phone because it's through the app. So I don't think expectations are high as far as it being just this gorgeous picture. So, oh yeah, a customer's photo. That is another great idea for a shop update. Yeah, if another customer has shared a photo, you can, like maybe of one of your items in use, ask permission, and then use that as a shop update and tag that listing that the person purchased from. Hi, Jessica. So just set a goal to do it once a week. Yeah, Helen, I'm basically speculating that shop updates are becoming a lot more important to Etsy because they've been doing some things with them, and they're going to start emailing people who have favorited or purchased your items in the past. They're going to start emailing your shop updates feed to them, and they're really emphasizing buyer trust, and so I'm speculating that this has become it's going to become a lot more important this year and may possibly even figure into the algorithm at some point for search. So try to do that. Be just a little bit consistent. See if you notice a difference. Check your stats and see what happens. And then we'll keep our eye on this email thing. I'm not exactly sure when they're going to be starting to send those emails out, but I will be watching for that myself, just from shops that I have favorited and items that I have favorited, and see what that ends up looking like. And then we'll talk more about it down the road when we start seeing some results or some indicators that it's happening. You're welcome, Melissa. So tomorrow, Friday, will be Q&A, and you can just come in. You're welcome. Just come in. If you have any questions spontaneously that you want to ask that have come up during these scopes or that come up between now and tomorrow, then please bring them. All right, I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow.